Cheers, cheers, cheers. All right. Dear Love and Less.
Dear Love and Less, episode 22-ish.
Yes, sir.
Subject is Hey Ladies.
Hello.
I'm your host, Jumaine Maine Event Brown, along with the lovely host, Shavina, Bklyn, Shay, Richardson.
Hello. How y'all doing? It's been a minute, hasn't it?
It has been a minute.
I feel like it.
I mean, we've done some live ones.
Yeah.
But it's been a minute since we've done an actual recorded one.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Feels good to be home. Feels good to be home.
This should be a good one, but, you know, a lot of weight's going to be on you for this one.
So it seems.
I'll add my 2 cents, of course, because, you know, I'm very 2 cents holding.
Mm-hmm. And you hold on them 2 cents.
But a lot of these questions seem to deal with women.
Okay.
We're going to turn that TV off, though.
Okay. You getting the feed?
Mm-hmm. No, we not doing copyrights, that's all.
Oh, okay, yeah. That part. Did I drink after we told? No, I don't think so. We probably got to do it again.
One more can, of course.
Just for clearance. For good
Dear Love and Less, episode 22. One more again.
One more again. Okay. So.
And she still didn't drink after me.
Here we go. She's doing it right. She's doing it right now. I think I got it. Okay.
She got it.
Okay. Put it over there. I ain't got it all close to my mouth and you know. No pun intended.
We do have a special guest on the side that cannot be seen on camera.
Mm-hmm. Want to say hi?
She looks nice, so I might sneak her on camera, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Big shout out to Tammy.
Lady T
is
in the building.
Tenbrook Manor fam.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I love it. All right, so who are you? Why are we here? What we got going on?
I gotta talk about myself.
That vibe, yes, okay. Because you're not a narcissist.
Whoa! Shots fired. I need to put the sound effects on that one.
Ding.
My name is Jumaine Maine Event Brown. Born and raised in Albany, New York. In this area, I am known as a photographer, event promoter, and now DJ. I do a lot of different things, including being a great single father to my 14-year-old child, who is a grown woman and a 14-year-old age. Shout out to her.
Yes.
I got an email the other day from a teacher talking about, your daughter's in Spanish 3, and she says it's too easy, and she would like to be in Spanish 4. Are you okay with that? Of course I'm okay with that.
That's what's up.
I mean, she's been in dual language, which is Spanish and English, since elementary school. So, yeah, it probably would be easy.
That's what's up. Brag.
But my freshman in high school is taking a college-level course of Spanish.
I love it.
I love it, too.
I love it.
That's why I'm bragging about it.
That's right.
On this episode.
And you should, okay? Rightfully so. I'm loving all of that.
And besides that, you know, we got a couple things coming up that I'll talk about later. Okay. One on Halloween weekend and 2 on Thanksgiving weekend.
Okay. That's what's up. Why? You see me looking around, right? I keep looking around and stuff like that. Are you smelling fire or is that just me? Like, you know how like when something...
I don't smell the fire.
You don't smell it? Nobody. Because I'm like, it's smelling like...
we can check on that.
Like, you know...
Because there's no windows on this side of the building, so...
No. Okay. Well,
we appreciate that.
You got
Safely.
That. Safely, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, we can add it.
Check it out. See what the heck is going on. I said, is it just me? Am I smelling like rubber? It smells like rubber to burn.
It might be. Could be my laptop. Who knows?
Is that what it is? Okay, could be. Tammy, if you don't smell rubber out there, then it's good. We all good. Yeah, then we're fine.
Let me turn this.
We are fine.
Fan value up a little bit.
Okay. So, thank you, ma'am.
So, who are you?
Well, wait till Tammy says we got we got our million sounds going. We good though. I happen to be Shavina, aka Bklyn Shay, and we go from like poetry, spoken word artist, that type of stuff. Also,
Take another sip and say that again, because I don't think people heard you. Because I'm exhausted.
Because she hasn't dived into
I mean, I know you got like 45 jobs.
And still got to go to work tonight.
But you don't, well, I don't know if you do or not, but you don't work with middle school kids
No.
that are like, when you say good morning, they say, why are you effing talking to me?
No, I want to say I don't have that part of it.
That's exhausting.
Yeah, I deal with a little bit more on another end, okay, but not that part, okay, because they would absolutely get.
They're probably the children of those people. Who knows?
They could potentially could be.
Anyway,
all right. So getting back into it, I'm Shavina, aka Bklyn Shay, here at this wonderful headquarters, H.E.R, which is part of the beautifulness of. Or should I say the creation that came out of dealing with some bullshit from, my ex-husband. So,
boom,
bow, another one. I might throw a lot of jabs today. So that's the type of mood.
Real.
That's the type of mood I'm in.
It's real.
Okay? But realistically, I am an entrepreneur. I really don't like to dive into the singleness, but single mom and everything like that. Of 3 amazing kids, and since we bragging on our children. My oldest had already left the house.
Nice.
Now, very nice. And my youngest, she is moving. Tomorrow would be Friday, okay? And she will be out of the house as
Party
well.
At Shay's. Party at Shay's.
It's coming sooner than later, but I'd still have one at the house with a pit bull. And
but that one plays video games, so it won't be like that one is there, right?
Well, she's not. It's a she. It's the oldest daughter, and she is definitely stays to herself, but she's all about her business as well. So I'm just very proud of them. So the youngest, she just finished doing what she's doing with phlebotomy and getting her certification. So she's all over the place, and I love that. But I'm here for the cause and everything that we got going on. Very excited about Dear Love and Lust podcast and all the creative stuff that we do, as entrepreneurs. I got my hand in a little bit of everything. So holla at your girl if you ever want to do something creative and collab and stuff like that. I'm down for the cause always. So, and I'm here because, this amazing man, Maine Event, asked me to be a part of this podcast.
Yes, ma'am.
So I had to say yeah. And that's
I
what
needed
it was.
somebody to match my energy, and you have done that and exceeded that.
I appreciate you. You see, it doesn't take much. It's the little things. Is that not right?
I get, yeah.
It really is. It really is. You compliment me, I compliment you.
There
what is
you
that
go.
called? Reciprocation?
Yes.
Okay, that's how we do it.
Yes.
So this is for the ladies tonight.
Yes.
So this is why, not for nothing, this is being very general. We are not experts. We are just 2 people who have been through some shit. So we are here, and this particular episode happens to be my favorite number, which is 22. And I have it tatted on me a couple of places and stuff like that. You can see, then you can't see. Those type of things. But 22 always shows up
sharing.
for me. You're so very welcome. And that's pretty much it. So you want to dive on it?
Yeah, let's start with question 1.
Do you want to read our introduction, or are you just gonna go for the question?
I'll read the introduction one more again
for the new people.
What is Dear Love and Lust podcast? Dear Love and Lust shares perspectives from both a man, moi, and a woman, she. In response to submitted anonymous questions regarding love, sex, and relationships, and there will also be various topics discussed as well. Topics might be fun today.
They might be. All right.
So first question.
Out the box.
If there has been years of time that has passed, is it ever okay for you to date your friend's ex? Miss Leftovers taste good too.
Mrs. Leftovers.
And since it's a woman, I'm assuming she's talking about girl code.
Okay.
Chime in.
Cheers.
Chime in.
Chime in on this one. All right. So if years have passed, see, there is a code. It's a street code. It's not just, I don't think it's a girl code, guy code. It's just a code that you just don't mess with your exes, your friend's ex, exes type thing. But more recently than not, what is it? Atlanta Housewives, or is one of them hip hop ones where somebody
sound like Portia
taking over someone else's person, but she said she wasn't really friends with the young lady, but who knows? Anyway,
it's TV.
It's TV, exactly. It's entertainment, but in real the point in real life, is it ever okay? I feel that love is love, and if someone you fall deeply for, you can't get out of it, because I'm sure, just like most things, if you had to choose otherwise, you wouldn't, because that's a touchy situation, right? And it would have to be something real that you guys communicate with the other person, that you are deeply in love with this person, you plan on marrying them. If there's no intention on marrying, it's just a lustful situation, then I think that no, it's not okay to do that. It's a complete violation. It's like you just want something that somebody else had, and I don't think that that's okay. But if it was really something where, like, wow, this is longevity, they fell in love or whatever, then I say it's okay to me.
Now, that was a nice, very eloquent, mature answer. Now, if Lady T decided she wants to holler at one of your exes, what are you going to tell Lady T?
Good luck. Because I have not had a good roster.
You're trying to say most of your exes are trash?
I'm not. I have not had a good roster of people. I am an empath, so I tend to attract people who are broken and trauma-ridden and all type of shit, okay?
Damn it.
So, and it's okay. Because if you're willing to heal that and be a better person, then whatever, I'm here for it. However, Tammy knows more intimate things about me than most people, and Tammy would be like, absolutely
that's
not.
That's my point of even bringing her into the fold. Somebody that knows.
She's like a sister, though.
What you dealt with.
Right.
That's close to you. Decides,
years later.
Shay, I'm banging your ex.
Years later.
The one that you ain't talked to in like 4 years?
4 years. It got to be longer than that. Years later, okay, if that was something that she's telling me she's in love with the person and she really wanted to rock out with them, I would be okay with that, because obviously I let it go. Obviously I moved on. And if they are going to be genuinely happy and he's making her happy, then I'm all for it. It is what it is.
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah, I'm serious
I know
about it.
I know you're actually being very genuine in what you're saying.
Thank you, because I'm very serious. We've had that conversation. You're trying to invoke something else in me, but that's not going to happen.
No. I'm trying to create the narrative that might be attached to this particular question.
It could be. Tammy, she could comment. What would you
She gotta come over here.
Come on and comment, Lady T.
Sit right here and say what you need to say.
All right. So, me and my sis, we go back, and we've had these conversations and things because we had something similar that happened. But the thing of it is, you have to be transparent with your friend and be honest and truthful about that.
Yep.
And the person actually was with me.
Yep.
And like her. And we had a conversation and spoke about it. I already had been let it go some years, whatever. And if that person going to make that person genuinely happy, like she said, I'm all for it. Now, he got to do something, we're going to have to tap that ass, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But when you have a genuine friendship and a sisterhood like we have these conversations. So it's like, no matter what it is, as long as you're genuinely friendship and a sister and a connection, can't no entity come in between that bond.
Not at all.
Booyaka.
There you go. And that's grown shit.
That was grown.
That's grown
and I
shit.
wish more people were like that. But unfortunately, this world is filled with misguided and misled people.
Yeah. Which is what we were talking about earlier when I made a comment about the drink that I made, and he talked about ego. That has a lot to do with it, ego and pride. Like, okay, well, that's you don't own.
That's exactly
you don't own anybody. You know what I mean? No matter you're married to the person, you're dating the person, you're this, you're that. We have to learn as people. We don't own people. We don't control them. People are going to do what they want to do, whether you are with them in an exclusive relationship or not. So once you understand that, and people are human and people make mistakes and they do things that are just not called for.
So here's what I'm going to touch on with this particular topic, right?
Go ahead now.
So, there are people grown our age, over 30, that hold on to a girl code for high school sweethearts. That's like 15, 20 years removed, right?
Completely.
I am realizing, there are people that I've dated for like a week in high school that I had to be reminded that I dated in high school. One of my boys a while ago wanted to holler at somebody, and they was like, yo, should I holler at her? Because, didn't you use to talk to her? I was like, did I?
Yeah, like, hello.
Really?
In high school?
Oh, for like a week?
Yeah.
But see, it's different with guys. Guys have interesting codes. You could have the code where, don't talk to your homie's girl.
Right.
But then you also had the code, ain't no fun at the homies.
I heard that one before, yeah.
I had a girlfriend who got to the point of annoyance, but I knew she also liked my homeboy, that I ended up just literally saying, yo, I'm going to put you on the phone with him. Y'all talk.
Right.
I'm cool with it. Do what you do.
Right.
But here's what you need to know, my boy. She will call you all day, all hours of the night, even after your damn parent has told her this is not the time to call. Yeah, I'm that old. And I'm going that far back.
You are going far, far back. I'm like, what? Okay, hold on. Is this a 30-year-old living at home?
This was when, we had the cordless dial-up phones.
Okay, now.
With the beeper and the, Nokia 8150 or whatever that model was.
And they will pick up on the other end, like,
when you had to pay for your minutes on your phone with a card.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Well,
But then there's other situations.
You probably want to turn this down a little bit. It's mad loud.
Oh, it is loud.
Like, but that came in mad loud. Okay. There you go.
But there are situations where, you're dating somebody, and although y'all cool and y'all are vibing, but you really don't like each other.
Right.
It's just comforting, nice.
That's an oxymoron, what you just said. It's comforting, it's nice, but we really don't like each other.
The idea of the relationship makes it work, but you're not actually happy in the relationship.
There you go. Okay.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like, yeah.
All right.
I mean, he cute.
Right.
I like the way he kiss, but he get on my nerves.
Yeah.
That's how some girls be like, and then the dude be like, well, dudes are weird at the same time because they could hate a chick all to hell, but if her body right and that mouth is right, they ain't going nowhere.
Look at my face.
I'm being accurate.
Wow.
You don't. Is this new information that I'm sharing with you?
It's not new. It just sounds, when you say it, I guess it just hits. I'm like, ooh, I felt that. Okay.
And oftentimes they end up cheating on that girl anyway.
Completely. So. And it's just like, people going to do
what they're
going
going to do. Why don't you just break up with her, let her go?
I said,
she's still going to smash because she like you, but at least you ain't got to say you cheated on her, or she can't say you cheated on her.
Right. Let them be great wherever they're going to be great at.
But I digress. The point of that is y'all not really working.
Yeah. So,
but he clicks with your homegirl.
Okay.
Or he clicks with your boy. Or she clicks with your boy. Like, what are you holding on to? Are you going to be mad at that? Or are you going to be real?
It's a possession thing. I'm trying to tell you.
You know what I mean? And it's not, when I say click, like, no, they literally could end up married.
Right. And that's, to me, is the only reason that you would entertain and be okay with it. Because if you're that close and you end up marrying a person, then you are like, okay, well, this person's more than likely going to be one of my bridesmaids or my maid of honor, whoever, or groomsmen, whatever. But
I've actually been at a wedding where that was the actual case.
That was the case. It happens.
I was nervous as hell the whole damn day.
Wow. It's real. It is what it is. I mean, first off, where we live at, okay, it's Albany. I don't know nobody that ain't had who you hadn't had and did this, that, and the third. But I'll tell you one thing, when they say pull them receipts, a motherfucker be trying to talk and be like, oh, well, he ain't yours. And I said, yeah, well, I could guarantee he ain't yours either.
There was a time in my earlier single life where, you know, I was dealing with a woman who was living with her ex and his baby mother, living in the same apartment with their kids, all of them.
Well, they learned the secret of cohabitation.
You know, one was in the front of the house and the rest were in the back of the house. They all got along to an extent. It was, why do you want me to come to that house? No, it's okay. There's nobody at my house.
That's all right now.
But, again, I digress.
This is going to be the episode of butt for me. Like, butt. Okay, I love it. All right, so you think that Mrs. Leftovers tastes good, too? Is satisfied?
Oh, I almost forgot my point. You just brought me back. So, okay, here's the thing. For Miss Leftovers tastes good, too. You have to make sure, and Tammy touched on it, that your communication level and your connection to your friend is genuine. Mm-hmm. And your relationship with the ex, her ex, that you're dealing with now is also genuine.
Exactly.
If it's coming from a genuine place, there should not be actual issues.
No problem.
Because not every ex is a horrible ex. Most of my ex will talk to me and holler at me if for anything.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. And
you know, I have been the dude that they call to figure out what the hell is wrong with their current dude. I have no issue with that.
Maine is definitely a therapist, y'all. Y'all did not know that. I want to tell you, he is an amazing listener. So, holla at your boy.
And I give genuine perspective and keep it real.
Yeah. And
I will tell them, it's not him, that's you.
Right. And yeah, you're very honest. Whether people want it, you know, or not, you give it a real. You give it 100.
So you just have to make sure that that's right, and everything is not based on superficial things, because the superficial things is what gets you in trouble and issues.
Correct. Exactly.
You know
yeah, but people gonna be who they are, and then we go from there. Okay.
Yeah. You ready for 2?
We ready for 2. You reading it? I'm going for it.
You got it.
I got it. Okay. Why do women complain about the person they are with? No matter how bad that person treats them, they stay with them anyway. Mr. Confused. And I saw something similar to this show up on the book and on IG. And I was like, they're absolutely right.
It is a common occurrence. It is a
common, unfortunate occurrence, because it's like, you complain to just vent and to talk about it or whatever. But eventually, because this was like the follow up to all of that, was like eventually the person, whoever, male or female, will leave, you know. But it's like, if you know damn well this mofo is causing you more harm than not, and I go so hard now about protecting my energy and my peace, like the moment you disrupting that shit, you right. We good. You can definitely be missing in action, because I'm great. Okay. And you could do whatever it is you feel that you need to do, because that is so important nowadays that people take that for granted. So I don't know why it is, but in some ways, and Tammy and I was talking about this, and we spoke about this on a couple of earlier episodes, when something is so toxic and you're so used to that, people with trauma and all this other type of stuff, that they begin to get comfortable with that, and they so comfortable with it that they settle and they accept it for what it is. So it's like, you have to get out of that trauma mentality and the lack thereof, and believing that you're not worthy. When you know your worth, and when you are seeking more so self-love and validation within your own self, you're not going to ever stay somewhere where someone is being that blatantly disrespectful, okay? And don't really have no regard for your feelings. So I think that's pretty much why they stay. My thought process.
What I have come to learn, and from a male's perspective, being on a woman constantly venting on, women, I should say, constantly venting on about their men that they're with, that they're choosing to stay with, and even, some other alternative relationships. I have learned it has nothing to do with the person in the sense of making them want to leave. They're just frustrated.
Right.
They're just annoyed. It's like, I don't like the way he squeezes the toothpaste.
Right.
I squeeze from the bottom. He should not squeeze from the top. Now, I know it annoys the hell out of you, and you complain about it, talk about time, but it's not enough to make you actually leave the person.
Right.
However, what I have found is usually when they're complaining and venting it to other people, they make it seem like they're ready to go. They're tired of the person. Yeah. They're so exhausted. And I think it's a level of needing attention.
Right.
Wanting somebody to cheerlead them.
That is a fact.
And also, same thing. Seeking validation of their complaint because they're not going to get it from that person.
Yeah, more
because
than
that person is looking at them like they got 6 heads.
More than
what is your issue?
Yeah, it happens. I know for a fact, and speaking because Tammy is here and she could validate this one. I tell her now, I say, I want the version from you that's going to call me out on my shit, okay? Because I just need you to know. Because I could come up with a whole story about somebody. It ain't necessarily true, but I done concocted.
Don't die over there.
You done did this, you done did
trying
that.
to hold her laugh.
And I'm like, I said, you tell me if this perspective and what I'm thinking in my mind is fucked up. Because if it is, then you just going to have to walk me through it. Because I learned now to keep my hands to myself. And I'm not going to react or give energy to anything that is no longer serving me. So no matter how bad the person is, this is what the person is asking. Mr. Confused wants to know. So
there are some people, right, that have been single for so long. So it's easier for them to say, whatever. And then there are other people who don't know how to be single. That's true. And they are often the ones that are often complaining about something in a relationship because they
feel they have to have someone in their life or whatever, and they
deal with stuff on a higher level than most people that are usually or have been single, or at least know exactly what they want in a relationship, and if it doesn't fit that mold, they're going to end that relationship.
Yeah.
No questions asked. No strings attached. Snip, snip, cut, cut.
And it's not anything, wrong with doing that. It's like when you get to the point where you really know what you want in life, that is such a level of freedom and peace, So beautiful.
Accurate.
Beautiful. All right, what you got?
Yeah, but I just think for this gentleman that's asking the question, you have to take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
You have to take it for reality show level drama.
Exactly. And it's called complaining because that's what he said. He was like, when they complain. So if someone complains, oh, well.
Again, if a person is really done with a relationship, they're not talking about it. They're gone. No, especially a black woman.
Right. Silence is what happens. Okay. When you over it, you over it.
I be trying to tell some dudes, they be like, yo, she ain't saying nothing. I was chilling, so I think I'm good. No, brother, you not good. You are actually in the opposite of good. You should be afraid.
You should be very, very, very afraid.
She said she was cooking for you too?
No.
And you're not watching her cook right now?
Don't eat it. It's like,
bruh.
Probably not. Especially
she's smiling.
You did some
and you did some jacked up mess?
It's a wrap. Yeah. That's right.
No, I just think we come to a place where, no.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, they better be mindful.
Check your brakes on me.
If she doing that much to you, that's some psychotic stuff. You need to go. He's in good space to go.
Oh, I saw a clip of advertising for a Lynn Whitfield Unsung or something.
Okay.
I forgot what she said. I just that fast. But it was basically chiming into the whole, the the part where she was playing what was it? A Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Okay.
And how she had to tap into that character.
Right.
And the type of things that would be triggering. And as much as they wanted to call her crazy, that's not crazy.
No. No.
You know, now, in the movie, there are things that can lead it to make it seem like she was.
Yeah.
And be an extra. But if you're doing dumb stuff with a woman that is as passionate as that character was, you gotta expect that woman to be just as passionate with the pain.
I appreciate
that
you.
She is with the love.
I appreciate you with all of it because the key word
like
is passion.
You don't. There is no in between with a person like that. They're either gonna go. Or go. Be gone.
I say all the time, like, I was very passionate about that situation. It really I
tried not to smack him upside his head.
It really invoked something in me that
I don't believe in abuse and, but...
Man.
He had to learn. Look at her face.
The lessons. Either you're going to be a blessing or
See,
a
I don't
lesson.
like to learn from experience. I listen and I watch what other people do, and I'm good.
I'm not going to do that.
I'm good.
So we're great over here. Okay. All right. So I think we answered the question for Mr. Confused. What you think?
Yeah, that works.
It works for me too. All right, you up.
All right. If a man tells a woman he's only interested in a sexual relationship, he's disrespectful. Women, why do you say you want a man to be upfront and honest, but when he is just that, suddenly it's a problem? Mr. Keep It a Buck. Look at her face, so that's why you're going first.
If a man tells a woman that he's only interested in say he appears to be disrespectful, Mr. Keep It a Buck, if you that man, you my type of man. I don't think it's disrespectful. If I ask for something and this is particularly what I want, why would I feel disrespected because that's all he says? If that is what the arrangement is, that's what consenting adults are agreeing to do, it's all good in the hood. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that because it's an understanding. Now, where it comes to the point where you end up being passionate about the situation is when a motherfucker comes at you.
Why are you trying to use that word?
I'm just saying,
that ain't the same thing.
It is. When, they play the role, they play the game, they act like they want to be in a full-blown fucking relationship.
All right,
and
so
then
let me paint the picture right
dicks.
now.
Can I finish my statement?
No, I'm trying to interrupt you before you get there because we can go there later.
Go ahead.
But here's what I'm saying. Let me paint the picture.
Paint it.
What's your name, Shay?
Passion.
Your name's Passion? Pardon me for being direct and upfront, but I just want to know what it feels like to be with you. You know what I mean? How you feel about that?
As long as you understand that I'm a tsunami. Okay?
Oh, shit.
And if you can't
What's your number, baby?
You can't swim.
What's your number, baby?
You don't want to come over here. Okay?
What's your number, baby?
99.
All right, I got you. Texting you right now.
Add the 1. Okay.
911.
Okay. So yeah. So I mean, typically, we talked about this also. So I had someone. And he expressed that is all that he wants, but unfortunately he is compromised. He's in a situation, and so then he's stupid. Sorry, I don't call nobody stupid because my grandmother wouldn't like that. God rest her soul.
No, he's not smart at all.
It was like maybe he is because it worked for other people that accepted that. But the caliber of a woman that I am, I'm like, how would you even formulate your mouth to think you was going to do that over on this side? So I'm like, I appreciate your honesty, but that's not going to work for me. And that was okay, because he did accept that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like all belligerent and stuff like that. But it was the whole thing that you need to not be in your situation in order for us to even go there. And we're not going there.
Now, in my opinion, I feel that's disrespectful in itself.
It was disrespectful.
Because even if your relationship is going to be based on purely sexual and physical acts, there's still a level of commitment and understanding there. You're going to violate somebody that you're already with.
Thank you. And that's what I had.
You don't know who that person is. You don't know how crazy it is. You don't even see keys, cars, cut tires, go to people's houses with baseball bats and crack windows.
Right. And it's like,
or shoots people in the head. But
some women, and men, they don't care because they say, well, my loyalty doesn't lie with that person. My loyalty lies to the person who's I'm obviously, vested in, or they know me, I know them type of stuff. It's the most asinine shit I ever heard in my life. I was like, excuse me? So you're not aware of something called karma, right? Because karma will come back and beat your ass and that person's ass at the same time when you knowingly doing something that you know is violating somebody else.
I was watching something on social media.
Disrespectful.
Terrible thing that we have, and useful at the same time. Where people were admitting to their side chickdom in the sense of like, I had this one dude. She was like, I had this one dude that I was dealing with. He wanted me to be the main chick and all this other stuff. I didn't have that much time. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Go get you somebody else. Go get you somebody else. Do all that stuff with her. You want to come see me, come see me. And she was like, it was much better for her. She knew who he was dealing with, and she wasn't trying to be mean. She wouldn't even want to step in them. No, I'm not going to movies with you. I'm not doing it. We're not going to dinner. We're not doing none of that. I don't want to. You know what I mean? Find you somebody who likes to do that stuff. Wow. You know what I mean? And when you're ready to get that yum, you know where to find me. Wow. That was her attitude.
Wow. Okay.
Because she ain't going to do it like me, but I'm not going to do that other stuff like her either. So we balance each other out. Like, that was her logical response and answer to being in the position of a side chick willingly. There was another person
I'm not laughing at the
in that conversation that was a willing side chick because in her mind, and this is what they come to the conclusion of understanding with this particular one, she held out hope that he would eventually only come to her.
Okay. You know what? It's learned behavior. Would you like to say that? I would
it
like
is
to
very
say
much so.
It is learned behavior because people have conditioned, and it's called classically conditioning somebody to believe that that's what they want. So they consistently do it, consistently can do it.
This is why social media is also a necessary evil, because the evilness of it is, imagine if I was a young, impressionable person,
right? And
I came across this video, and I'm seeing the logical explanation of side chickdom, having the difference of a main chick and a side chick,
right?
And I decide, yeah, I like how she said that. That's how I want to move. Because I don't want no dude up on me all the time. But I want my dude when I want my dude.
Right.
Or vice versa. I don't want,
I'm sorry. I'm territorial. I'm like, you better tell me what it is out front. Because if I find out otherwise, as much as I'm trying to be spiritual and insane at the same time.
But peep this.
You hear what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
You hear what I'm saying? Okay, I will whoop your ass and consult my ancestors later. Do you understand?
Listen, but peep this.
Completely.
Now imagine if you grew up in, I'll say Muslim because Muslims are known to have polygamous marriages and situations, and that was normal for you.
Wow.
However, their rules are a little more stringent than
they are.
This modernized polyamorous situation.
They put a spin on it. Yes, definitely.
There are boundaries that come in. But culturally, if you were raised that way, it's acceptable for you. Yeah. This is what is happening with a lot of the situations because they're exposed to so much. It's like normal.
Yeah, but again, adults are adults. And if that's what you choose to do and y'all have decided together collectively that y'all want to have fun and whatever, and everybody's in agreement, then it is what it is, because y'all adults. You know what I'm saying? So
I completely
I agree with that. So Mr. Keep It Buck, yeah.
Here's
real.
what you got to understand, Mr. Keep It a Buck.
Come on now. Bring it home, man.
All right. So even that moment, like I was trying to treat Bklyn Shay like I just met her at a bar or something, right?
Right.
That approach is not going to work,
Ever.
honestly. You got to be familiar with somebody, actually have some kind of interaction with them where there is a spark of connection to even get to that conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was going to talk about it in topics, but since we're basically on that same line, there's a YouTube video, actually not a YouTube, a TikTok video of one of the lovely radio hosts from, I forgot what area, but a dude approaches a car talking about how he gonna change your life, he gonna buy this, you need to get out there, Honda, I'll put you in a Bentley, blah, blah, blah.
He said he was a boss.
And he's dropping all this game to a woman he just met.
Yep.
She put him on blast. Well, if you that much of a baller, here's my Cash App, send it now. And depending how much you send, will let me know whether or not I should give you my number or not.
Facts.
He got quiet.
Sure did. He digressed.
He was talking a whole lot of game.
He went all the way around the world. Merry-go-round. And then some. But that's what it is. It's like action over words. Please believe it, okay? So when
Women
you
get tired of that
when you
stuff,
get
right?
When you get grown, you're like action over words. I don't care what the hell you say out your mouth. Moving on to the next.
So I actually went out and hung out with somebody for some drinks.
Good.
And one of the things I said out loud, not necessarily directly to her, but in the form of in the flow of the conversation, I realized, I said, I have realized in my older age, I can be cool with anybody. And if they're attractive, I can be even more cool.
Right.
But just because I'm cool and they're attractive, it does not mean that they are the person I need to be in a relationship with.
Come on now. Come on. Facts. That's a complete fact.
And it was like a light bulb went off for her as I said that. And I was just like, I think a lot of people get confused with vibes and feelings that they don't look at the whole bigger picture.
The whole bigger picture, the whole package.
I don't smoke weed. So what do I look like actually dealing with somebody that smokes weed every day? You know what I mean? I don't.
Come on, man. You don't trigger me. Come on. Say what?
I don't want pets in my house. So what it look like me getting with somebody that has a dog or cat or all these other different little furry and things if I don't
speak it
like or want that
around
in my circle.
Come on.
You know what I mean? If you have a son that is actually furry and walks on four, nah, we not gonna work out.
And this is when you say these are the things that work for you, and that you would not entertain someone if you know that that's not your vibe. You know what I mean?
We cool.
Yeah.
I'm attracted, you attracted, and so forth. But if we're trying to go to serious levels, I'm not going to your house.
Yeah, that's the things that you need to discuss.
So I can walk out smelling like weed or walk out smelling like, wet dog and doo-doo dog. Have cat hair on my clothes. My child's allergic to pet dander, so
not gonna work.
Maybe not as much now. She was when she was young. It was bad. And she used to always still run up to pets. It used to drive me crazy.
She loved them.
I'm like, Jess. Now look at you. Look at you. Sneezing.
And
eyes all puffy, red. I just told you. But it was so... No.
She was ready for it. So
she used to ask me every day when she was like 12, can we get... No. I don't want... I barely take care of you. Why am I going to take care of another animal?
I'll tell you. Say, I pumpkin.
She was like, you don't barely take care of me. We're good.
Rest my little pumpkin soul. I'm a dog lover, so I do like pets, dogs, and stuff like that. However, I'm over it now. Like when Pumpkin passed, God rest her soul, I ain't want no other dogs, but I ended up getting the pit for my daughter, and Now I just be like, when is it happening? When are they going? Like, when are they leaving this house? Okay, collectively, because one is not staying. Okay, so I'm like, somebody, y'all leaving together. Of course they are. All right, but my whole approach to what you're talking about, and obviously what Mr. Keep It a Buck is that when you upfront and you just honest about certain things, if that person is offended by what you said, that is not your person. So move on. Exactly. Would you agree? I agree. Okay. All right.
Shay's topics. We ready?
We ready. We definitely are. So I love to send Maine these wonderful scenarios. So here is one that I sent him, right? Okay. And Tammy, you could participate if you would like. Okay. Scenario. 4 months of dating and you tell 4 of your potential suitors, okay? Ladies, all right, that your furnace has gone out. Here are their replies. Bachelor number 1. Let me come look at it. Bachelor number 2. Damn, that sucks. Bachelor number 3. Do you need anything? You and your son can come stay here if you need. Bachelor number 4. Find out how much it will be and I'll give you the money and you can go ahead and get it fixed. Who has more potential? Come on, Tam. You want me to say it back?
No, it'll be a combination of D, Bachelor 4, and C, because they will have more.
Yeah, come on.
Get over here, Tim.
I like the last one and number C, because number C is taking into consideration that you have kids and things like that, right. And then to offer to pay,
right?
You know what I mean? So that's a plus to me. We got kids and stuff like that. And so those things take in consideration that he know I'm on a fixed income with a family. Then if I got my child still at home with me, we may need to come and stay over. Okay. You know what I mean? So I like either one.
What?
Say one.
Let me come look at it. Your furnace went out.
Well, that shows if he a handyman, that'll be a plus too, because then it'll save me money. So 1, 3, and 4. I like them. Okay. That sucks. He gonna be out the door. Ain't no chicken or nothing for you, brother. You bye. Good luck.
Who has more potential, do you think? If you had to choose one.
If I had to choose one?
Yeah. Who has more potential?
It's a toss up between 3 and 4.
Damn, we just can't make a decision.
I can't just make a decision. I'm emotional, so it's like when you include my children in something.
So then you would go number 3 has more potential?
He got more potential, but then I like that Negro that's gonna pay. So. Whoever gonna keep my money. Keep the money.
I mean, that was pretty much the consensus, was more so that people would choose 3 and 4.
So I'm gonna be extra.
Go ahead, be extra. Right? Come on now. Come on. Do I need to say them again?
So 1 that says, let me come over and look at it. He has no intention of looking at the furnace.
Right. Come on.
He's coming to try to pipe you down in the cold underneath the covers because it's that cold. Well, I can't fix it, baby. Yeah. So let's just cuddle up.
4 months into dating. 4 months.
Yeah, let me just cuddle up with you underneath the covers and keep you warm at night. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yep.
Number 2, damn, that sucks. He might want to help you, but he ain't got it. And he don't know how to fix it. And he's like, damn, that sucks. I can't do nothing for you right in this moment.
Right.
4 months down the line or a couple of weeks down the line, who knows? He might be on up. He might be up. Mm-hmm. He might be the one that actually buy a new house. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Potential. You never know.
We're talking about potential. Exactly. So
the other one, what was the other last 2?
The last 2 was the bachelor number 3 said, do you need anything? You and your son can come stay here if you need.
That's a polite way of saying, I ain't going to do nothing for you.
Okay. I didn't get that from that, but go ahead. And number 4?
The 4 said find out.
No, he said find out how much it will be and I'll give you the money and you can go ahead and get it fixed.
Okay.
That's
the third one again with the if you need anything, you and my son. That's another one that's just trying to get in them drawers. Because that doesn't fix your furnace. You ain't getting no money from them to get it fixed.
Yeah, because the question was, do you need anything? Yes, my furnace fixed.
So just because you need anything, is he offering other than for you to come over so he can try to sneak pipe
I'll
while
tell
the
you
kids
what my
are
thought
asleep?
process was, but go ahead. You said, okay.
And then the last one was?
He said, find out how much it is, and I'll give you the
That's
money,
a pimp.
and then you can go and pay for it. Does he have more potential? 4 months of dating. Who, as a man,
I'm telling you.
Who has more potential? Number one is who have more potential?
I think the one that said it sucks.
The one that says it sucks. Damn, that's...
Because the one who's offering to pay it, he wants something in return. Like, what are we... Now, I'm being extra, but...
You are.
It's not... These are real situations.
They are.
There are men that are like this.
They are. Oh my gosh, man. Wow. Okay.
All right. I done paid for the furnace to get fixed. I ain't been over your house since fixed. Yo, is there another dude over there that I fix your furnace so you can go run up on some other dude? Don't let me show my narcissistic ways to come out now. I've been trying to smash for 4 months.
Okay. Well, you would be bye-bye. Okay. So.
What we doing, yo?
Yeah. Well.
Or can I get my money back?
Listen, if you talking about you'll be a no. You'll be a solid no. Okay, completely. All right.
But you see my point,
yeah.
though. Each person,
the person who to me that has the most potential, because we're talking about potential, and these are key words. You met the person, you only been seeing this person for 4 months, dating and stuff like that. The person with the most potential to me is the person that said, "Let me come and look at it," because that can go anywhere. That's number one. Meaning,
still trying to pipe.
He might be still trying to pipe down or do whatever he's doing. He's coming to look at it, and I'm sorry, I really would want somebody around me that could fix shit, okay? Because that's the less money that you're going to be paying out of your pocket if this person is capable of doing that. And then you don't know what the follow-up to any of that is. Like, okay, I can't fix it. Well, maybe I'll let somebody else. I feel he has the most potential versus the person that's just trying to, okay, here, well, fine. And number four as well, because he's willing to pay for it. He's willing to do this, that, and the third, and that's it. It ain't a question about it. Shit, you need it fixed? Okay, find out how much it is, and I got you. That's okay. That's action over words. That's action. Okay, so period.
In the moment that he hasn't piped yet,
he has potential. He has potential because he wasn't selfish. He offered to do something, and most people in 4 months they ain't doing shit for you. Okay, let alone a day. All right. So I think for that particular part, and I'm paying attention to the time because I do have to go to work. So all right. So here we go.
We'll sleep.
You got to go to sleep for work. Here's the next one. And while we on this, because this is episode 22 and it is about the ladies and stuff like that, I wore this hat particularly for the month that we are in. We are in October, and it happens to be Breast Health Awareness Month as well.
Breast Health Awareness Month.
Yes, it is, as well as, okay, I'm sorry. Can you see? He's trying to see something else. But anyway, exactly. Man, we got to work on our brother. Here we go. Cuomo. And it's also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And I'd be so mad that the both of them had to be in the same month because they both are very serious, topics and stuff. Yeah, they do. But, in light of everything that's going on, we just want to, let people know that if they do need to reach out to anybody and stuff like that, Maine, with this episode, because I will give him the links that he need in order to add it to the end of the episode for domestic violence and stuff like that, and as well as for a link to either the cancer services program and a bunch of other resources and stuff if your guys need that on a serious note. Okay. Yes. So thank you very much. And ladies, take care of yourselves across the board. All right. So here we go. This is my last topic. My boyfriend of 5 years is marrying someone he met just 6 months ago. I don't understand. And then the reply to this young lady was, he never intended to marry you and simply dragged you along with him. If your man don't propose to you within 1 to 2 years max, he never will. Sad face. So now the next reply is from a dude. He says, this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You barely know someone after 1 and 2 years. Why do you think our damn divorce rate is so high? I've been dating my girl for over 3 years. We fully discussed our marriage plans, but we're not rushing it until we're ready. Responsibility. Cool shades he has on. That's the emoji he used for that one. So the question is 1 to 2 years too soon?
Well, first, let me just dissect the original.
The original one, the boyfriend. The 5 years and the 6 months.
You were dating him for 5 years,
and in 6
he
months
got married to somebody in 6 months. That's what he told you. That's what you believed happened.
I believe that he was with her the whole goddamn time.
Exactly. Or
half of that time.
Here's what happened. He was with that one person, and she said no, or whatever happened between them, and they broke up. He met you. He was excited. He stayed with you. You gave him everything he needed and wanted all through that 5 years.
He was ready to go.
And then here come old girl. All right, I'm ready now.
Yep. There you go.
Gone.
Bye. Sad truth.
From a male perspective, and this is from a very mature one. Myself.
We didn't see him all night. Go ahead. But.
Pew, 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 pew. She is shooting shots tonight, yo. I'm trying to be nice. That's that fierce Nicki Minaj purple little Kim hair. But
go ahead.
It's professional, by the way. You're going to work. Okay. Anyway. What
the wig is coming off. We got
what a man like myself and in general most great men, gentlemen do is they usually know from the time they see you whether or not they would like to make you their wife. And they will treat you accordingly from the initial meeting. Most.
I'm listening.
What ends up happening is most men start from the physical appearance when they make that decision.
Right.
And then
I would agree with that.
They mature and they spend time with you and they realize, okay, I have to figure out what I can tolerate and not tolerate. What I'm okay with, what I'm not okay with.
Right.
What I'm willing to compromise or not compromise on. Why does she do that with her hair?
Her wig. But
that was coming.
Right.
There are all different manners like, oh, this is what she looks like when she's not out.
Right. That all matters.
It does.
That all matters. It really does.
This is why I don't get too excited when I meet somebody out or at an event or at a party or they come to my party.
Say that again.
Yes, you do look nice. I'd rather see you some sweats with.
Take it off.
With your bonnet on.
Take it off.
With your t-shirt and
natural.
No panties or t-shirts and boy shirts.
I'm here for this, man. We here for this.
I'd rather see you in your comfort element. I'd rather see you.
Right.
Not you done up.
Not your representative. Y'all.
Now, don't get me wrong. I like done up you. But done up you comes and goes.
Exactly.
The you will always be you and you will always be, person in front of my face.
Okay. Well,
so,
on it.
That is one thing to pay attention to. The other thing is to assume that because you are with somebody for a long amount of time that you are actually going to go to the next level of marriage. Stupid to me.
Come on. Say it again. Speak it.
I know people that don't want to get married ever.
Yeah, completely not.
Some will disclose that information, some won't. That goes for both genders, women or men.
Yeah.
And those everything in between. Yep. No Dave Chappelle.
They speak it into existence. Life. Okay. Well, I'm here for all of that. So getting into the 1 to 2 years though, do you think that that's too soon for somebody to? Because you mentioned and said that off the bat. Okay, and this is what
soon is
she's
all
saying.
Relative to the people that are involved in the relationship.
Exactly.
Because even if you don't know somebody, but you both have a willingness to learn and want to work through everything together.
Come on now.
It's going to work.
Exactly.
If you don't have that mutual willingness and desire,
it ain't. It's null and void.
You know what I mean? Because the problem with, I think people confuse marriage with romance.
Come on.
Marriage is a business transaction that has to do with those elements. Somebody's about to be late for work.
She's not. This is the time she would be getting up for it, though. But go ahead on. Mm-hmm.
You know, the value behind marriage is different than the idea of marriage.
That is true. That
you know what
is
I mean?
true.
Like,
it has changed. People are more so, of course, because of social media. They see how pretty and the idea, you know, oh my God, the idea, what it is, the proposal. Oh my God, the crying and the this and the that. I'm like, okay, now both of us done been married and we both are divorced. Okay. So yeah. And you know, things was a little bit different back then when we got married. So it's like now you're really saying to yourself as an adult, like, if I was to do it again, I'm really doing it for the right reasons. You know, not that I did it for the wrong reason the first time, but I was mad young, you know? So I have a whole different perspective of what I deserve and where I really want to go with someone, you know? Like, so in saying that, it's keeping it feel like, yeah, women know just as much as men know right off the bat who we want to really be with. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I'll give you a perfect example, and I'll use a social media couple, and I'll use this particular couple because the young lady actually is a U-Albany graduate.
Okay.
She also used to, she probably still does, but she used to design some real dope clothes, custom made. A lot of stuff she was doing when she was in school are now high fashions, and everybody's, you know, fashion over copying. But going on, so she got into fitness, and her page is like, her body was already amazing. Her sisters, that Bklyn hourglass shape, flat stomachs,
everything.
Boom, bada bing, bada pow. Then she started focusing on fitness and working out.
Yeah,
she looks like a superhero.
Okay.
Prettier though.
Okay.
She met another brother, handsome brother. I think his name is Duke or something like that.
Okay.
And they have become this very lovely and exciting and positive internet, social media type couple.
Okay.
I think it's probably a couple of years that they've been together.
Okay.
So now they're starting to get all these people message them in the comments, when y'all getting married, when you doing this.
Okay.
What I appreciate about both of them is they don't rule out marriage, but they don't make it a priority for them either. Mm-hmm. They're enjoying their relationship. And I think a lot of people get so caught up in those traditional values of this is what you're supposed to do, that they force the marriage and they push into the marriage, and then they're asked out in the marriage because they're not happy and they haven't worked out the things to make the marriage work. Right. So they cut it off and get a divorce. Mm-hmm. And they were so much happier before the marriage.
Yeah. I mean, I teeter on the fence with that.
Well, you gotta understand.
I never, ever, after my divorce, wanted to be married again. Not ever. I was like, yeah, you know, I'm with the cohabitation, and we can put it on paper with something just so that legally you get whatever if we decide to be together.
But here's the thing. Before that situation, you had an idea of what marriage was supposed to be. Right. Once you got into the situation without all the actual...
all the pieces for us was there. It happened to be I grew and the person was not growing with me. He grew in another capacity. That's exactly my point. Yeah, he grew in another capacity when his change and his ways, he probably was always that person.
There was no conversation about that beforehand. No. There was no what if or whatever.
We went to we didn't go to high school together, but he was my high school sweetheart, and he was someone I knew. He was my first. He was technically my last in that regard. But it was a process. So it's like he was all I knew in that, in that area. So when it did not work out because I refused, my eyes started being open. It's like, I don't know, that veil was lifted, and I'm really seeing this person like, oh, you did say that you was going with so-and-so, but that's not really where you was at. You was out beating some shit up, probably, whatever. And it was like, damn, was you that delusional that you wasn't even paying attention. But I was a young mom. I'm taking care of these 3 kids, and I'm just like not focused on that. I didn't think that person could ever do that to me. You know what I'm saying?
This wraps into the point that I'm trying to make. 1 to 2 years could be fine. It could be 6 months. It could be 3 months. It could be a week. Mm-hmm. If you two have a mutual idea and you have a willingness to grow past anything and challenges, it can work.
Facts.
But if you've not had an experience where one person has grown or there's a shift in your ideologies and thoughts, and you haven't had that challenge, you won't know if your marriage is actually going to last.
Hello. That solidness tends to go out the window when somebody violates on that type of level sometimes. But you still can work through it. That's why they said the older generation, they stayed together longer, because people normally was like for the greater good. Traditional values. Like, we got this land, we got these kids to raise, and we doing this business. We gonna work this out. We gonna stick it out. We just ain't sleeping in the same bed. That's where them 2 beds came in at. Like, okay, you over there and I'm over here. Okay, so I get it.
Grandpa always fell asleep on the couch. He didn't never go upstairs.
He wasn't upstairs.
But
we know why now.
Bringing back the whole 5 years and he got married to somebody in 6 months thing, right? So in that 5 years, if that person, they didn't have that challenge of their relationship and everything was just hokey-dory and cool, you had no idea whether your relationship was actually going to last, because you were actually just enjoying something that was going well for you.
Exactly. Okay.
If you don't have those challenges that exist into the situation, unless it's an actual full-on business transaction.
And we have those,
so,
for
like,
sure. I'm not gonna,
what was they saying about Trump and Melania? Like, she couldn't divorce him until after 5 years. She lost her alimony or something. Yeah, and then if she had a child or something, she got a bonus of no, that was Ivanka or somebody.
Yeah, whatever. Whoever, it doesn't matter. They had a goddamn business arrangement and then some. But keeping with the topic and at hand, basically, nobody knows the day, the time, nor the hour, just like death, okay? It is what it is. You know when you know when you know. It's like a cosmic feeling that you feel. And I ain't settling, okay? I'm getting a goddamn agape love whole thing. And if it ain't that, I don't fucking want it, all right? And
so period. I did a wedding in Vermont this past weekend, right?
Congratulations. How did that go?
250 people guests.
I know that's right. Did you tear it down? Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bookings coming? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, but what I thought was interesting was the way, like, most people at their wedding seem like they're happy to be married.
Right.
They seem very happy to be married, but they also seem very unified in a lot of things and how they moved and connected. They had the same temperament. Wow. They had the same easygoing. Mm-hmm. When the people made speeches, the speeches actually sounded very meshed together.
Love it.
Because the experiences just sounded very mutual.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful.
There was no, I was jealous of him, from the bride, or jealous of her from the groomsmen or whatever.
Right.
And what I appreciated about being at that wedding and getting to see what was going on is you got to see the idea actually exist and come to fruition.
Okay.
In a way, that a lot of people have been chasing.
Right.
And who's to say they may have issues or not? But from what I gathered in just that day of being in that wedding or that family setting, they're gonna work through it.
I love it. That's beautiful. Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, there we go, and there we have it. All right. Well, Maine has concluded this episode. All right, of Dear Love and Lust with that wonderfulness, and that's a beautiful story. We all seek to have that wonderfulness and that validation and the acceptance to be on a cohesive unit with somebody. One day.
Next episode will probably be live again. We'll let you know.
I like that. So what you got coming up? Let's drop that.
October 30th, DJ Show Birthday Bash Thriller at the Madison Theater. We are using both the theater and the front rooms, including that lounge that's on the side room in the front with the wood floors and Oh yeah, we gonna be rocking. Okay. So old school and throwback hip hop in the back, R&B as well.
Okay.
Up front, new music, reggae, hip hop, R&B, twerk a little bit, a little ratchet. We gonna have some fun. We celebrating, and costumes are optional, not mandatory. But because it's Halloween weekend, I'm probably expecting to see y'all in some very interesting attire.
Lord.
Tammy over there laughing.
Yeah, because they would show up butt naked.
You know what I mean? So tickets available at Celebrities Barbershop on Central Avenue and Fresh and Fly Clothing on Pearl Street, right next to the TU Center. Also, Thanksgiving week, I got 2 events going on.
Okay.
One is Thanksgiving Eve, which will be at Roy's Caribbean in Schenectady. Mm-hmm. It is a reggae bashment party. It's a Caribbean event.
Okay.
We are doing nothing but reggae, soca, Afro beats, maybe a little bit of hip hop,
Okay.
But this is for my Caribbean folk, my folk that don't actually get to enjoy Caribbean vibes as much in this area. But you will that night. And then on Black Friday, we're back at Lost and Found. Okay. Myself, DJ Show, DJ Biz, Showbiz Live, featuring John Jams.
Yes, sir. Oh my God, I haven't seen Jams in forever.
John Jams, Showbiz Live is also on that Halloween joint, as well as featuring Mr. Wiz Hoffa.
Okay.
Wiz and John will be in the back. Showbiz Live will be in the front.
I love it.
For that October 30th.
That's what's up. Man, got some stuff.
If you want any more other information, log on to maineventlive.com. Mm-hmm. Follow me on social media. Follow me on Facebook, Maine Event Live, Jumaine Brown, at Maine Event Live. And that's it. Shay, go ahead.
All right, so dropping first and foremost, here, HTM headquarters, 123 Sheridan Avenue. Come down and check us out at any particular time, or more so the weekends than not, all right? So what do we have going on? We have a lot, all right? Lady T is in the building, and she technically, has so much going on. She's going to be over at the Cloud tomorrow.
World of E-Fried Chicken.
World of E-Fried Chicken. She's hosting a fashion show with Mel. What's the rest of his little side stuff that he got attached to it?
Well, it's a Halloween costume fashion show.
It's a Halloween costume fashion show. That's what she has going on.
The makeup's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
It's special effects makeup, costume designers from Lux that specialize in plus size women.
Mm-hmm.
He got some heavy hitters from New York is coming up.
Okay, so when y'all view this and stuff like that, it'll already have happened. But listen here, tune in and check the pictures tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Check the pictures and everything tomorrow, like that. Yeah, y'all be seeing it in live time later on. All right, and then the up and coming Sunday, Tammy is doing a cook off. All right, and one of the chefs for trying to get that bid with Jadakiss and stuff.
If that
over
ain't
at
the
Blowing the Smoke.
So shout out to them though.
Absolutely. So they doing what they doing over there, and I mention it because Tammy's a part of her Temple Monologues.
That's what up.
Okay, and she is one of the best people that you could potentially ever meet in time. So you got to give people their flowers while they're here. So here we go. So shout. Okay, for sure. And then outside of all of that, with HTM, what happened? Sweet Chocolate has an event coming up. And
Sweet Chocolate.
Yeah, it's November 21st.
Sound like one of them old black Broadway plays, off Broadway plays.
Is it November or October? October 21st. Mm-hmm. And make sure it's on a Thursday. And she out there with Supreme doing stuff. And it's supposed to be a new spot in Troy?
Yep, on River Street.
On River Street. What's the address? 161 River Street.
Oh, that is
the Hudson Candy Factory. It's a new spot. Yeah, so that's where they're gonna be having a comedy show at over there. That is Sweet Chocolate and Aroma Johnson with DJ Supreme, the Supreme team. That one, okay. And for self, I'm still finishing up my book and trying to get that out and published and everything like that. It took a minute because I had a couple of deaths in my family, unfortunately, and pushing through all of that. So that should be happening pretty sooner than later. And then we planning for up and coming, more so like a little vibe-ish thing at another location that we have with United Sisters of New York. That is the other organization that I'm a part of. So we're going to be, and that organization is solely built on sisterhood as well, but helping youth and young girls and stuff. So we have a spot in Rensselaer now, and we're going to, have people come over and see what that looks like and experience that. So we're gonna probably have like an open mic type of event there, just to showcase some stuff, because we haven't done an open mic.
What was the address again?
The 460 what's the name, Aiken Avenue in Rensselaer. So, and it's a community center that we share with our newest members, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful space. So, good big ass conference room, the whole 9 yards. So, shout out to Ms. Tina Wilcox, because she is the presidente, and Tammy and I are the vice presidents of that wonderful organization, United Sisters of New York. And that's a good way to end in terms of sisterhood and bonding and ladies bigging each other up and this, that, and the third. You can find me on social media platforms, and you can hit me up at hertemplemonologues@gmail.com, and Bklyn Shay, BKLYN SHAY.
See, we doing stuff.
All right, we making it happen.
That took like 8 minutes to do.
It did. And it is what it is. All right. And shout out to everybody that supports Dear Love and Lust, podcast. We got merch happening and coming, and
yes, there actually is a merch link on the site. You can get the t-shirts, sweatshirts. Order it now.
Come on. Order, and then some.
And we can't forget, reach out to Bklyn Shay for the Dear Love and Lust
please
cups.
If you like. Sorry for all the stuff that we got going on, but we was drinking. And then some. So that's the good stuff. So anyway, we got episode 23 coming up. 22 was everything for me. Thank you, Maine, for making it about the ladies tonight. Taka. All right. So
thank them.
Until we see y'all again. Peace.
Peace.